Hey everybody, so in today's video we are going to be discussing what does it mean when your child does not respond to their name. Now, typically developing children will start responding to their name between the ages of 7 to 9 months of age. However, give or take a little bit because every child kind of develops at their own pace. But usually, typically 7 to 9 months is that frame of time where you will start to notice that your child can respond to their name. However, if you notice that by the age of 1, your child is still not responding to their name, then this may be something you want to look a little bit further into and closely monitor. So one of the reasons why your child may not be responding to their name is because they may be having some issues with receptive language skills. Now, that's a long, fancy term for just saying they don't understand what you're saying to them. Receptive language just means the ability to understand communication from others. So when I'm talking to you, or I'm asking you a question, or I'm giving you a direction or an instruction to do something, you understand what I'm telling you to do. So if you tell your child, look over there, or you tell your child, pass me your toy, or you tell your child, do you want to eat? Children with good receptive language skills understand exactly what you're saying, and they also may be able to execute and follow the directions that you're giving them. But children who do not have really good receptive language skills don't often understand what you're telling them, or they're not understanding what you're saying to them. And so for a child that is not responding to their name, you may want to see if that is because they are having poor receptive language skills. See how they do when you ask other questions to them. See how they do when you give them a simple direction to follow, and see if they can understand that. And if they're having trouble in those areas as well, that may be a sign that your child is having some issues with receptive language. The second reason why your child may not be responding to their name is because they may be hyper-focused on whatever it is that they're doing. A lot of times children get very, very focused on things that they're really into, or that they prefer, or that they're motivated by. So some children may be really, really focused on a toy that they're playing with, or really, really focused on like a TV show that's playing in the background, or really, really focused on some type of movement activity or repetitive activity that they are engaging in. And so sometimes kids just get so focused on that thing that they tune everything out, including you calling their name. You may want to try removing whatever it is that they're so focused on to see if that will help them respond to their name. But remember, don't just abruptly just take something away from them. You want to kind of ease into it, or help them slowly transition into maybe a different activity, and then try calling their name to see if they'll respond to you. Because if you just go in and stop them from doing whatever it is that they're so focused on, they're going to be so overwhelmed and maybe even have meltdowns and tantrums. They're going to be so focused on you taking away the thing that was taken from them that they're still not going to respond to their name, because they're going to be so upset and so overwhelmed with emotions. So I would slowly transition them away from whatever it is that they're so focused on. And then once you can slowly transition them away from that thing, then try to work on having them respond to their name and see if that helps. Third reason why your child may not be responding to their name is there could in fact be some type of hearing loss. So a lot of times parents will say, my child just ignores me on purpose, or they have selective hearing. And sometimes that may be true, but in other cases it has been discovered that these same children are actually having some type of hearing impairment. So if you feel that your child is really having a hard time with responding to their name, or responding to directions, or responding to different sounds and noises in their environment, I highly recommend that you seek out an audiologist to get their hearing tested, because the last thing you want to do is just bypass it and kind of ignore it and just be like, oh, they just listen to me when they want to, or they're just ignoring me. But in reality, they really do have some type of hearing impairment, because that has definitely happened before. So make sure you get your child's hearing tested if this is a concern of yours. Fourth reason why your child may not be responding to their name is because maybe they have not generalized this skill of responding to their name in every setting and in every situation. So let's go into a little pretend visualization story time here, right? So let's pretend that you and your child every day at the same time, you have a game that you guys play together. And during this game, you will call their name and they will look up at you when you call their name. And this happens day in and day out, every single time. So they have learned to associate this game with a word that comes out of your mouth, which is their name, and they respond to you or look up at you or make eye contact with you. However, let's say this game is not played and you are getting them ready for bath time or meal time, or you're out in public at the grocery store and you're calling their name again and they don't respond to you. Maybe it's because they have not generalized that skill of this is my name and I should respond to it in every single case, every situation. Maybe they just have the skill and the knowledge to understand that, hey, when this game is played, that's when I respond to this word. Maybe they have not had the opportunity to generalize this skill in multiple scenarios. So I would just work on continuing to expose and call their name in all different types of situations, all different types of scenarios to help them learn how to respond to their name. The fifth reason why your child may not be responding to their name is because it could actually be a sign of autism. Now, it is commonly known that children who don't respond to their name may in fact have autism or be on the autism spectrum. It has been found in research that children who have autism have a weaker pathway in their brains when it comes to speech recognition. This is why a lot of children with autism also have trouble with those social relationships and that communication and the speech and language department as well. So if your child is not responding to their name, it in fact could be a sign of autism, but it does not automatically guarantee that this is autism. So what I would highly recommend for you, if you notice that your child is not responding to their name, just remember there could be multiple reasons. We talked about in this video that it could be because they have poor receptive language skills. It could be because they have not generalized the skill yet. It could be because they're so hyper-focused on something that they just tune you out. It could be because it's a sign of autism, or it could be because there is some type of auditory or hearing loss. So if this is something that is truly, truly concerning you, especially if your child has reached 12 months or maybe even 11 months and they're still not responding to their name, definitely bring it up to your pediatrician or your healthcare professional's attention. Most of the time, they will either direct your child to have some type of screening or direct them to having their hearing tested. So for some of you who are thinking right now, well, you said that not responding to their name is a sign of autism. What are some other signs of autism? Well, I have another video that I'm going to link that you should definitely check out to learn more about the signs of autism. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.